welcome to episode 22 of the season. Big one where we're going to talk about Olympiacos versus Real Madrid. I'm the host today, Liam, coming to you from Melbourne. We also have with us got the charity match behind him, Mr. Chrisos from Mavro Productions. Chrisos, how are you going
Yeah,
over in
good. How are
Sydney?
you? Yes, I am
Good.
from sunny 33-degree Sydney. So if you hear
Yeah,
noise in the background, that's my fan.
they're very nice. I wish we had that sort of weather down here in Melbourne. And speaking of Melbourne, we also have Mr. George Zagudas returning after he impressed the manager, the host, CJ, with his first episode analysis. Georgie, welcome back. How are you today?
Good, good. Glad to be back for another big episode of preview against Real Madrid.
That's it. Well, glad to have you here. Obviously, fantastic analysis from you in the first one, and as you said, it's going to be a big one today. Before we get into that massive, what's it called? Let's go. Thank you, Mavro Productions. Before we get into that massive match, we're just going to quickly talk about Olympiacos versus Atromitos. We're just going to put it up over here. These are going to be our themes today. That we're going to be talking about Olympiacos Atromitos. We've got the Real Madrid review, and Yiannis going to provide us a bit of Euroleague analysis. So we'll start off with obviously the first one, Olympiacos versus Atromitos. A big win for Olympiacos, 3-0. A goal coming from El Kabi from the penalty spot. He banged that top bins, could not give big left Eddie Kutesiotis in goals a chance there off the post and in top corner. Unbelievable sort of penalty. Probably the best penalty I've seen El Kabi take. Obviously, it was a stupid foul in the box given to him, which led to the penalty. We took the lead 1-0 and we never looked in doubt after that. Taremi came off the bench, scored a tap in from Rodinej's shot that got parried to him, and he had a tap in, and then Yaramchuk, who should have set him up a little bit earlier, found him for his second goal, and he went around the keeper, took the chance nicely, but Atromitos were all out, sort of pushing for a goal, and they were unable to get it, and Taremi was able to capitalise and get 2 goals off the bench, which is really good. He's now got 6 goals. He's pretty much been coming off the bench every game, which is very impressive. I want to talk quickly just about this game. We're going to go to you, George, to start with. Zolaki, you were a bit critical of him the last time, saying he's been a bit out of form, which I think a lot of us can agree with at the moment. He had a better performance. He made that double save, as you would have saw in the first half with the header, where he sort of parried it and then grabbed it at the second attempt and got fouled. And he made a good save in the second half, where he pulled off a good save, came out of his box a few times, looked very convincing. Tell us about Zolaki, Georgie, and how you saw him, and you see him sort of building confidence back with that Atromitos game coming into the Real Madrid. And we're just going to add 1 second. We've got Yanni joining us. Yanni, how are you?
How's it going, boys?
Welcome back. It's been a while since Yanni's joined. What have you been up to the last little bit? Tell the viewers.
Sorry, Davis?
Tell the viewers, what have you been up to the last month or so? You haven't been on for a little bit. What's been going on with you?
Major, what's it called? As you can see, didn't change the name. It still says retired temporary CEO. I'm still waiting my pension. And just a bunch of legal disputes and stuff. But it's all right. We figured it out with CJ in the back of without courts and stuff. So we're fine now. Don't worry.
Beautiful. What's it called? Thank you. Yanni, welcome back. We're going to get to you in a second. We're just in the middle. Georgie, you want to tell us about that question with your life?
Look, firstly, great win. We needed a bounce back from a very, very, slow point in the Champions League last week. So getting the crucial 3 points against Atromitos at home, especially, crucial 3 points, to get us still on top of the ladder as well in the Super League. El Kabi, definitely, as you mentioned before, the penalties. He's as I said, he's a striker that we need every week to score goals for us. So look, he had a great game against the Atromitos. I think he's going to slowly build confidence now. I'm not going to judge him as yet now. Like, I'm still in the 50-50 stage with him. I can't judge him over one game. But he did well. He did well against the Atromitos. But look, let's see how he goes tomorrow. I'm judging him from the difference between the Champions League games and the Super League games. I feel like in the most Champions League games he's just been out of form, as you spoke last week about. But I think look, hopefully he does well tomorrow, and I'll judge him from there. I can't really judge him after one game, but he did well, and he did well against Atromitos, that's for sure.
Yeah, really good, really good. Well recapped. I thought that's the way he did have a great performance against Atromitos, but as you said, Zaga, what's it called? There's a big difference between the Greek Super League playing against Atromitos and playing against Real Madrid. Chrisos, I'm going to come to you with a bit of a question as well. Obviously, we've seen El Kabi score 9 goals in 11 games, 5 of them coming from the penalty spot, though, in the Greek Super League. Maybe even 6 of them. I need to double check that back. And Taremi, highest goals per 90 with almost 1.5 goals per 90 in the Greek League at the moment. He's scored 6 goals in 7 games and 1 assist. He's come off the bench, as we know, pretty much every single game except for 1 or 2. Do you want to tell us sort of where you see Taremi fitting in at the moment? Because he's really pushing El Kabi for that starting spot. Do they play together? What's your thoughts? I know you're a big El Kabi fan, so it might be a bit biased, but tell us, what do you reckon?
Look, I think a player, if you're pushing for someone's spot, it makes the other player better. So I think Taremi pushing El Kabi will only make El Kabi a better player and a better footballer. Obviously, having to work for his spot. Scored a penalty, so he's still scoring and still has his shooting boots on. But I think maybe we could try a fixture where they're both playing. I think maybe even against Real Madrid, since Taremi's in hot form, it could help us get that win against probably one of the best sides in the world. So, yeah, Liam's haircut, bro. Exactly right, Maverick Productions. So I think they should just push each other, keep battling, because I think good competition and healthy competition makes competition better. So if they can keep competing with each other, and is Taremi also Moroccan, or where is he from?
He's Iranian.
He's Iranian. There you go. So they have a bit of chemistry there in terms of religion. So that might help them push even further in terms of chemistry there on the pitch. And I think just Taremi needs to just continue to deliver. El Kabi needs to continue to score goals, and just have both players like that in our squad. I think makes it even better for Olympiacos as a whole.
100%. I just want to correct a stat actually on the fact that Taremi, it's not 1.5 xG per 90. Goals per 90. This is ridiculous. This is genuinely a ridiculous stat. It's probably one of the most ridiculous stats I've heard. Goals per 90 minutes. Have a guess. What do you think it is, Yiannis? Goals per 90 for Taremi.
Goals per 90. He scored quite a couple without playing a full 90. Does that take that into account?
It's just how many goals, for the amount of 90 minutes he's played, how many goals has he scored? So if he's averaging, like, I don't know how to put it, it's just goals per 90 minutes. If he's played 180 minutes and scored 2 goals, his goals per 90 is 1.
I'll say a goal per 90.
Okay, what are you going to say, Chrisos?
Goals per 90?
Yeah,
I don't even know what a good number is for goals per 90. 0.5.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're all like, I'll end it there because this is ridiculous. He is averaging 2.55 goals per 90. He's almost averaging a hat-trick per 90. Like, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I know he's coming off the bench late in games where the game's opened up, but that is a ridiculous amount, and he's seriously making a case to be a starter. And that is probably one of the most outrageous stats I've heard. Outrageous by Taremi. Yanni, we're going to come to you before we get on to the next topic, which is the Euroleague. Obviously, a bit of a topic in that midfield. Right now, we're just sort of trying to find that balance. We've got Garcia, we've got Hezer, we've got Nascimento, we've even seen Scipioni in there. We've seen a bit of a different range of combinations. What combination? Obviously, we saw this week Nascimento and Hezer, and we saw Muzakiti come on. What combination do you think is our best combination at the moment? Do you think it depends on what competition we're playing in? What do you think are the 2 best sort of 6 and 8 what combination do you like the most is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I was going to tell you, it does depend on the competition you play, right? Like, I'll be honest with you, because lately, Olympiacos hasn't played the biggest teams so far. apart from like obviously in Europe. I haven't seen that much, so I can't really tell you the midfield I played for against Atromitos, which was a great win. I would say that for this week's game, you need a more defensive midfield, right? So, in my opinion, at least, like, because I feel like they're gonna press like they always do in against big European teams. But yeah,
Yep.
I don't know like how to fully answer this, so sorry for that.
No,
That's
so
all right.
I think against the European teams, you need a sort of an experienced, more of a
Yeah,
player like a Garcia in those matches, and I think that's what mentally Bars sort of tended to go for. And I think obviously Jose is probably your next best option, but I think Muzak is really pushing to be that option too. So I think
but do you think
between those
Garcia can do
three,
the full 90 against Real Madrid?
yeah, probably not. But the reason. I think that's the reason why we didn't see him play against Atromitos at all, because you're just keeping him fresh for those big games. So it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one, and I don't fully know, but we'll have to wait and see what he does tomorrow. Now, before we get into that match against Real Madrid, Yanni, I know you're back, the EuroLeague expert. I just wanted you to give us a 5-minute sort of rundown. We're going to do a proper sort of thing. I know we've got a big game against Seven Zvezda tomorrow in the EuroLeague, our Orthodox brothers. But I want you to give us just a little 5-minute rundown about the results, what we've been seeing. Obviously, I've spoken about the Mustafa Fall injury. Not Mustafa
Yeah,
Fall injury.
that feels ages ago now. Yeah.
What's it called? Not the Mustafa Fall one. What am I saying? Keenan Evans.
Oh, Keenan Evans. Oh, you guys spoke. Yeah, that was tragic, man. Like,
just give us a 5-minute review of the EuroLeague. Not too long, because we want to really focus on the Real Madrid game today. But
yeah, 100%. Look, I mean, we've been seeing. I think this is the best basketball Olympiacos has played in, honestly, all the Barjokas years, because you finally see like players having freedom, right? What Tipes? What do you say?
Yasu Bukhalaki, someone commented Bukhalaki.
Oh, Bukhalaki. Yasu Bukhalaki. Anyways, yeah. So you've been seeing what's it called? Players that can create, being free to create. You see Tyler Dorsey, he's taken over the team in scoring wise at least. But we have a lot of injuries. Like I know Wokap just came back. There's a couple injuries, obviously with Keenan Evans. It's just good basketball though. It's tough because this EuroLeague season is a bit of a weird one. You had teams like Zalgiris and is that the famous?
That is the
famous Zalgiris. But yeah, you had like teams like Zalgiris and teams like Red Star, Zvezda. They were not meant to be this good this season. They are. Olympiacos kept their consistency, played more free basketball. Finish the song. Like, what?
Ziga Zaga Zaguris.
Zaguris very popular.
Put your like.
Yeah, just let's not repeat that name. But anyways,
great name.
Anyways,
you got Hapoel.
Got my surname right, mate. Fucking hell.
Go on.
No, that's it. You have Vezenkov not scoring as much, but I think that's not a bad thing. I was gonna say, just because you have Evan Fournier, what's his name, Tyler Dorsey, and other players just taking over, and you got Alec Peters on the bench that can, if Vezenkov's not playing well, can just jump in. So it's a very stacked roster. It's so stacked that I actually read like players. This guy Jared Butler, who plays for Zvezda now, didn't want to come to Olympiacos just because the team is so stacked that he didn't think he'll have an opportunity to play. So it's insane. So what do you think though? Like I don't want to just monologue the whole segment.
Yep. Just one question: Where is Redport? What's it called? Redport. He's actually created his own channel with a few of his friends called Port of Champion. So make sure you have a look at that on Instagram, on YouTube. They're doing some good things over there. But I think we are going to continue with some sort of collaboration with them in the future. So keep an eye out on that. But yeah, definitely have a look at Redport's new stuff. They're doing a fantastic job. Yanni, just to answer you, I think Olympiacos, it's in terms of the EuroLeague and in terms of what we're seeing at the moment, it's a very standard Olympiacos start to the EuroLeague. Shaky, but still doing all right. things that need to be improved, things that aren't quite clicking yet. We've seen this in the past few seasons where we never start with a house on fire, but we always come that second half of the season strong, and everything seems to start clicking, and we end the season well. But there's been some moments, I think, of some interesting sort of decisions by Barzoka, which we normally see a lot at the start of every season. I don't know, sort of what goes on, but a few losses that we shouldn't be having in the Euroleague. But also some really good wins, especially inconsistency at the moment. I think we've lost about 4 or 5 games. I think it might be 4.
Yeah, it is. But you know what it is? Like, it's just the state of the EuroLeague right now, because you're like, oh, we shouldn't be losing to Hapoel Tel Aviv, but they're first in the EuroLeague. Or you shouldn't be losing to Zvezda, which we haven't lost, but still, they're fourth. Zalgiris is fifth. It's so inconsistent. Valencia 6th right now. And Olympiacos is actually a game behind. If he beats Zvezda tomorrow, they could go top. Points difference is going to play obviously a role, but they're going to be tied with the best record with Hapoel and Panathinaikos. So it's so interesting, because I thought, like, if you asked me like 2-3 weeks ago, how's Olympiacos doing, I'd be like, they're very shaky, man. Like, it's not really that good. And they're fortunate that Fener and Panathinaikos was also shaky back then. But now you see like consistency slowly starting to creep up. They had that bad loss in Milano, like a week ago, but still very like solid. It's going to be interesting, I think. And just to finish what all my thoughts basically on the EuroLeague. It's interesting because the top teams now, they have no experience apart from Panathinaikos. Hapoel has no experience. Zvezda has no playoff experience. Zalgiris, Valencia, Fener obviously, but it's much weaker than the team that won anything. All the experienced teams are so far behind Olympiacos, apart from Panathinaikos, right? So if you go again Final Four, it should be the easiest Final Four for you to win.
Yeah, in terms
it's very early, but still, instead of experience, you've had arguably the most. But
Thank you, Yanni. Just to recap the EuroLeague at the moment, Olympiacos in the Greek League, 8 wins, 8 games played, 8 wins, sitting first. Second is Panathinaikos, third PAOK, fourth AEK. Going into the EuroLeague, Olympiacos currently sits third with an 8-4 record. Behind, as Yanni mentioned, Hapoel Tel Aviv and Panathinaikos, who have both played an extra game, and we can be equal first if we beat Seven Zvezda tomorrow. That's the EuroLeague recap. We'll be back with more of a sort of update on that in the next week. Yanni's going to do a full proper episode on that, so stay tuned. Going on, we're going to go over to the Real Madrid Olympiacos, the big one. Obviously, the big preview, huge game. We're going to come to Zagudas. Olympiacos. Obviously not being the greatest start in the Champions League. Only the 2 points out of the 4. Very unlucky. We've talked about we should be on about 6-7 points at the moment in the Champions League. Been a little bit unlucky with the way things have gone. What does this game mean to us tomorrow, and how badly do we need to win, especially at home?
Yeah, look, it's an important game tomorrow, especially we're sitting 2 points. I think we're sitting like third last in the Champions League group. Also the ladder, actually. And Real Madrid sitting, I think, with 9 points. I think it's a massive game, especially at home at Karaiskaki. I think it's, other than a win, or to maybe get a point, but it's 3 points is must. Look, 3 points is must to jump over some spots in the Champions League as well, and to play in front of a home crowd of 33,000. It's just going to be massive. It's like, you're in Athens. That's the game you go to. So it's a massive game for us. It's like a final, and especially against Real Madrid as well. Hearing the fact that Real Madrid don't have Courtois, and they've got a few players out, so we might have taken advantage of that tomorrow. But look, other than less, like, we need to be on our game tomorrow, especially in the home crowd as well. So so I think it's going to be a massive game. So I think 3 points is must, and it's going to be a battle. It's a battle and a half, especially we haven't played Real Madrid for years. But yeah, I'm pretty confident, especially at home as well. So hopefully we get the points there.
Yeah, good analysis, and I think that's a great point, saying it's the go-to match. It was sold out in less than half an hour, the match. Let's put the tickets up, the queues, the online demand, sold out in less than half an hour. So it shows what a big game this is, and what it means to us. And before we talk more about what it means to Olympiacos and everything relating to Olympiacos, we're going to come to you, Chrisos, because I know you've done a bit of an opposition scout, a bit of an opposition preview. Tell us a little bit about Real Madrid at the moment, how they're looking, their recent form, all that stuff, and what we can expect of them coming into the game, the big game tomorrow.
Now's a good time to verse not Olympiacos, Real Madrid, because they're coming off a draw against Elche in La Liga, and they also drew to Rayo Vallecano, and they also lost to Liverpool 1-0. So now's a good time to play them. They drew 2-2 to Elche, and they obviously had more possession and had more of a threat with that. However, another good fact is that Olympiacos are undefeated against Real Madrid in Greece. So every time Olympiacos has played Real Madrid in Athens, the last win was in the 12th of December in 2005. Let me just read you some of the names that played that night, just to put in perspective how big the win was. So obviously Nicopolidis was in goals for us. We had Toure and Rivaldo, Djordjevic, Garcia, and Gafes up top. And they had Baptista, Robinho, Ramos, and Lopez in goal. Soldado, Spurs boy for you, Liam. With Arbeloa on the bench as well. And there's also Kipreo. Ocas came on as well. So that's the last time we played. We've won, and the last time we played Real Madrid was a 0-0 draw back in 2007. What else do I have? They are favourites on paper, but again, like I said, and like George mentioned, the atmosphere in Perea, and they haven't beaten us as well in Greece. Looks like they're going to go for 4-3-3. So Lunin is the keeper that's going to play because Courtois is actually out. So that's that's big for us because Courtois is unbelievable. Second best keeper in the world behind Alisson. They should be playing should also be playing Trent, Raul Asensio, and Alvaro Carreras. But their midfield again stays strong. You got Jude, Valverde, and probably Camavinga, but Chouameni could be ready as well. And obviously your typical front three of Mbappe, Vinicius, and either Goulet or Rodrigo. So once again, I've got actual stats for you. Jude Bellingham has averaged a 95% passing accuracy this season already in the Champions League. So obviously their midfield is going to be something that we have to shut down quickly, especially when Jude has the ball. Mbappe has 16 goals, 13 appearances in all competitions. And he's their primary outlet, leaves him in front of goal, we all know. So we have to shut him down as well. And then, Vinicius Jr., again, dangerous winger. Carry defenders out. So we just got to be careful with that. But Lunin is their weak point. He hasn't kept a clean sheet, minimal saves, 2 clean sheets and 12 appearances for Real Madrid. So not the best stats there. But, so I think the main thing we have to worry about is their attack. So midfield engines, how unpredictable the wingers can be, and just your typical the way that Spanish football is going to be and how they're going to play. They're going to try to dominate possession. They're going to try do their little passing around the back and dominate as much as they can. And when they get an opportunity, they'll take it. So I think we just got to shut that down. Solakis, it has to be on his A game as well, especially if he's been in a lump of form. I think if he has a big performance against Real Madrid, that could cement his position and show how class of a keeper he is. And maybe even Real Madrid could want him as a second keeper and we could get money for him. So, big game for both sides. I think that Olympiacos are going to go in with, every man behind the ball, playing defensive. The ones that have a counter-attack, because Okabi's not the quickest player, so the counter-attack's going to have to come from our wingers. And Okabi can score in clutch because we know they can always score in clutch. So that's my scout report for you all.
Yep.
Sorry, because it's just another point to make, especially in our last game in the Champions League against PSV. The main thing we have to do is take our chances, especially playing against PSV, especially, they're one of the best clubs in the world. We took so many chances and we didn't bury them. So I think taking to tomorrow as well to when we get those chances, we have to get those chances into goals because you're playing against one of the biggest. We've played. I tell you now, we've played in the Champions League. We've played Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSV, and we've had those chances against the biggest clubs in the world. I think we need to take those chances and to make them into goals. So yeah, it's a little bit of. That's just...
Well said, Georgie. Chrisos as well. Well said. You're making me laugh, Chrisos, with your background. But that's some of your best contributions to the podcast. That was really good analysis by you, and really good stuff about Real Madrid. We might have to get you on more opposition reports. That was honestly 10 out of 10, mate. You could have not. Can we get a more? We've actually had some complaints by the manager about your background. So can we get a more serious background on, please?
Just keep it.
The CEO is not happy with you. He told me to tell you actually about your background.
What the hell?
It's Liam.
No. I've been told by the CEO CJ to watch your background.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
What really good stuff from you, Chrisos, about the Real Madrid. We might have to get you on more opposition reports because you've nailed that, as I said. Yiannis, we're going to come to you because we haven't heard from you for a while.
I mean, look, I agree with Chrisos. I was gonna actually piggyback off the Elche draw that they had, which was a bad draw as well. They were trailing for a lot of the game, and then they equalized, and then I think Elche then equalized again, something like that. But it was a really bad result. It wasn't unlucky for them. So it is obviously it's the Champions League. They want to play good, and they're sitting in 9th, I believe, which means they need the win to be in the automatic 8 that goes through. So it's an important game for them, right? And Olympiacos, as I think Zawudi said that, or Chrisos, I can't remember, but they are so low in the table that a win now still doesn't even put them within the next round qualification, especially due to goal difference, because the goal difference is -7. That Barcelona game hurt a lot more than people think. Look, it's like a final, like Zawudi said, they have to be perfect. If they're not perfect, they can't win. Because, Jolakis, I feel like Jolakis is going to have a good game. I don't know, I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like he's going to have a good game. But Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, Valverde can shoot from halfway across the field, and he can go top bins if he wants to. The quality they have is so good. And LKB, guys, for me, of course, I rate him a lot as a striker. He's one of my favorites ever to play in Greece, but he hasn't been able to be himself in Europe this season, which is Champions League. Fair enough. We very hard opposition, right? Arsenal, Barcelona, now Real Madrid, fine, but it's a bit concerning to me that he just, I don't know how many. I think he has one goal, right? And that was a penalty. Am I correct? Or
it was that dodgy. He scored, and then they made him take the penalty.
He scored, yeah. No, I'll give him the goal. He scored with his head, 100%. But I'm just saying he has a goal in how many, 5-6 games now?
Yeah.
Something like that.
4 games, 1 in 4.
4 games, okay, yeah. So it's not as bad, but I just struggle to see that's the thing. He's gonna have to be perfect as well. As soon as the ball comes to him, if he gets a split second to shoot, because he's open, he needs to just take that shot and put it bottom corner or top bins or whatever, right? It's going to be a very 100%. Tough, difficult game. I think being in Karaiskaki is good. Chrisos said we hadn't played Real Madrid since 2007, which I didn't know, but it makes sense from memory, right? But I just want to say the difference in quality as well, Rivaldo, Giovanni, Djordjevic. This is a good team, but it's going to be tough. This is going to be the toughest game we have.
Yeah.
But if they win this, then they have a couple more easy games Kairat, that new team, the one that's all the way.
Kairat Almaty from
Kairat Almaty, Leverkusen, and Ajax.
Should have been UEFA, but anyway.
If Olympiacos is 2 wins, in my opinion, my prediction, Olympiacos is 2 wins away from making a spot in the next round. I think 7-ish points, maybe 8, gets him in.
No, I think you're going to need 9 minimum.
But
I think you're going to need 9. Last year, 11 got you in. I think this year it's going to be
at
9
least get into Europa League.
There's no Europa League. You can't.
Oh, yeah, there is.
You can't get
that's gone. Yeah.
But look. I'll just follow on
that.
Would be amazing. I'll follow on from that, Yanni, and it is pretty. Like, although the way we've played hasn't warranted to only be on 2 points, and we are unlucky. It is a little bit embarrassing that, as you mentioned, if we win even tomorrow, we won't be in that in that phase for the knockouts. Our ladder position is embarrassing because we're better than that. We wanted to show that we can compete in the highest competition in Europe this season, and although we have with our performances, the results haven't yet. And we need to win this game. Like, we honestly do. Like, because if you don't win this game, you pretty much have to go 3 from 3, which is almost very difficult in the Champions League after this. So this game we need to win. And minimum we need a draw. It's been embarrassing, the ladder. What's it called? As I mentioned. But one thing that I think we really need to look into and take into account is the fact we haven't lost at home this season. We need to take that momentum. Real Madrid, as Chrisos said, are coming off some poor results, some poor form in the last month and a bit. We need to use this for advantage. And what's it called? We've been playing well in the Greek league. We played really well against Atromitos. We created so many chances. We defended well. We need to take that momentum into this game, and we need to put up a fight and show that we want to win this game. And I think we will do that tomorrow. I really do think we will. And yeah, that's my sort of take on the game tomorrow. Georgie, did you want to add something to that?
Yeah, look, as I said before, like, I think tomorrow is a massive game. I think it's the crucial 3 points that we need, not just for, the ladder and stuff. It's just like to be a team that is competing in one of the biggest tournaments in the world. I think it is a massive game tomorrow. And, playing against Real Madrid at home, I expect us to win. Or even, like, I wouldn't mind if we get a point. Like, but honestly, it's 3 points or nothing for me. Like, we've had chances, and those chances need to be getting to goals. So I think tomorrow is a massive win. I'm confident we will win tomorrow, especially with our home crowd behind us. And just to climb back up on the ladder. That's so fingers crossed and hope we do win.
I've got a little trivia question for you, George Zagoudas. Can you name me one player who's played for Olympiacos and Real Madrid? Little trivia question.
James Rodriguez and Marcelo.
Good ones. So, I'm thinking of a more niche one. He currently plays in the Australian League.
Which one?
Gazeta GR wrote an article on him. He currently plays in the Australian League for your favourite team, actually.
Oh, Virgos.
Oh, God, no. That Virgos guy. Jeez.
Virgos.
I don't know how he made that Real Madrid team, and especially coming down under. And, you got to make the goals more bigger for him to score down under. So
I don't think the man's scored a goal yet.
No, he has not scored a goal yet. So
that's pretty embarrassing.
Especially being in the Real Madrid academy, it's embarrassing.
Maybe it's
poor start of the season.
Very poor start. So, as I said, in general, I think tomorrow is a massive game. And I'm very confident we'll win tomorrow and to gain confidence for the Champions League group and the league itself.
100%. And just to go into the way we're going to look at Olympiacos tomorrow, the predicted lineup is going to be Jolaki, obviously, in goal. Reto Pirola, as expected. Rodinei Ortega. No changes will be there unless a last-minute injury occurs. Now, in the midfield, we're looking at Garcia and Hezer with a slight chance Muzakitis plays, but I think we're looking at Garcia, Hezer. I think we're looking then, obviously, at the usual front four of El Kabi, Chiquinho, Podence, Gelson, Martins. As Chrisos mentioned, one way we're going to have to play is on the counter-attack. That's where Podence and Gelson are going to be very, very important tomorrow. Obviously, Gelson coming off an absolutely unbelievable match against PSV in the last Champions League game. He's been good the last month. He's going to be crucial if we're going to get anything out of tomorrow's game. Podence, same thing. He's been a little bit quiet in the Champions League, actually. Not as invigorating and as energetic as you would expect from him we're going to watch Zagutis go for a little drive here. I think this is unbelievable content from Felix Oval.
Right on his knee.
That's right. I like this content. So everyone just watches Zagutis drive in the background.
It's better than the imposter idea, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it is.
It's better than watching half your YouTube channels these days.
That's it. So don't try this at home, kids.
Don't touch your phone. Leave it somewhere, but don't hold it. I don't want you losing points.
That's right. Anyways, boys, gotta go now because I'm off to work. So now it's been
thank you very much, Georgie, for joining in. We'll see you back next week.
Yeah. No, hopefully the boys get over the line tomorrow, and
Before you go, just quickly, we're going to ask everyone your score prediction for tomorrow and scorers, please.
Before you leave.
Yeah, so I'm going for a 1-0 win. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I don't think there will be a lot of goals. I think both sides will be defending very well. So it will be a 1-0 win and Alcabi to score tomorrow.
Nice. Well, thank you very much, George, for your insight again. Fantastic work.
Thanks, boys.
We'll see you again next week.
Bye, George.
No worries. Have a good night, boys.
You too, Zigzag.
You too, George. Take care.
Yeah, boys. Bye-bye.
Big comments there from George Zagutis. Some great stuff. Coming back, as I mentioned, we're going to be very prolific. If we're going to get something out, it's going to have to come through the wings, with the pace on the wings off the counter attack. We're going to have to be compact in defence. That's what Pirola, that's their forte. They're very good when we play sort of that defensive block. They're very good defenders when the balls are coming into the box. I think sometimes their weakness is sort of when the game's fast-paced end-to-end and they can get caught in behind, sleeping a little bit. But when we're defending deep, they're very good, especially Retso, who he's probably best defending comes from when he's defending deep. And Pirola is very good as well with his head and defending that low block, that defensive block. So that's going to be crucial. They're going to have to be on their A game, and our wingers, our fullbacks, Ortega, who did a great job on Lamine Yamal against Barcelona, by the way. He'll need to be, and he's been very good this season, will need to be on his A game. And Rodinei, who we've seen Costinha play in the last few Champions League games. I don't know if Rodinei's actually started. I think he started one with Rodinei the first game. He's back in the Champions League squad. Yeah, he's back in, which is very important. So it'll be good to have him, and he's going to have a huge, huge role on, obviously, either Arda Güler, Vinicius, or Rodrigo tomorrow. So that's going to be huge. So, yeah, that's probably the way we're going to see Olympiacos line up, and the tactics. I think it's pretty expected. Chrisos, anything else to add about the way we might see Olympiacos shape up tomorrow? Anyone you want to see? Did you disagree with that predicted lineup? Anything else to add to that?
Nope. I was just going to say that Zagutis stole my prediction. I was going to predict 1-0. I'm going to go with it too, 1-0. But I'm not going to say that. I love my man Ayub, but I think I think Gelson Martins is going to score.
Okay. Danny, it's a good time to come to you for your score prediction. What do you think? And before that, if you have anything else to add about this game, about it, the way we're going to see Olympiacos, if there's anything you wanted to see.
Look, man, I think Podence, Martins, El Kabi, that should be the front three. I think more defensive, press when Real has the ball, press when, before they even get to our half of the pitch. Defense, I don't know, like Pirola, Retsos, Rodney, you said he's back. I think I'm seeing it now. I think he was back at PSV in the PSV game as well, wasn't he? Was he?
Rodinei?
Yeah, Rodinei.
I don't think so.
I think he... I don't know, but yeah, I'd like to see Rodinei, obviously. Ortega would be an interesting one now, to be honest. Just because Vinicius, Rodrigo, Mbappe, be interesting, but he's a pacey fullback himself. But yeah, my score prediction, I don't think El Kabi gets the goal, honestly. I hope he does. I don't think he does. I think Chiquinho announces himself again, and possibly Podence. So I'm going to say 2-1 as the score prediction, because it's very hard for me not to see that Real Madrid team scoring, even if it's a scrappy goal, even if it's like in the 88th minute and the game is decided. It's very hard for me not to see them scoring.
And who's scoring, Yanni? Who's scoring for Real Madrid?
Madrid. I'll just say Mbappe because he's been on good, decent form lately, and Vinicius hasn't, to be fair, nor has Rodrigo, has he? They've really not been on form, to be fair. Yeah.
Too busy crying, Vinicius.
Too busy. Yeah, I mean, fair. It's not ridiculous to say, but yeah, that's what I think. 2-1. But yeah, hopefully I'm wrong though, and it's 1-0 or 5-0 Olympiacos. Easy.
Yeah, well said, Yanni. I think it's time for Dent announces himself in the Champions League this season. Very quiet in Europe this year. He's been doing a few things, but what's it called? He needs a big game in Europe because hasn't quite been living up to it so much. We've seen Martins putting in some absolute shifts, but for Dent, I think it's his time tomorrow. I think he's going to shine. And you know what? I was genuinely going to go to Quino and put Dent 2-1 tomorrow as well. Wow. That is genuinely my prediction, and I'm going to stay with that too.
Great.
I don't think we'll lose.
Yeah.
I don't think we will lose. I can see a draw as well, but I actually don't think we'll lose. I think we've been really strong at home. Our crowd has been really important to us this season. This will be the biggest crowd of the year, you know, the most exciting crowd of the year, because not only is it a huge game, it's Real Madrid. It's pretty much a do or die in terms of our Champions League campaign this year. So I think this is our biggest game of the season, and I think the crowd will be really behind it, and it's going to be a huge atmosphere. So I'm going to go 2-1. I think Podence, as I mentioned, it's his time to shine. He really needs a big game, and I think he will deliver tomorrow. I think he's just been quiet for too long, even sometimes in the Greek League this season, and he's shown little glimpses. I think tomorrow is his time. So 2-1 Olympiacos. That's my final prediction. Now, before we do the final details, we have one final topic of the day, which we're going to come to and look at someone's face light up when we open this. The charity match 2025.
2026.
Oh, I keep making that mistake. Let me.
He's not doing it in December.
Yeah. Let me fix that. Sorry, everyone. Charity match 2026. There we go.
Yes.
There you go. Before we come to you, Chrisos, Yanni, have you heard about the charity match? What are your thoughts on this big one?
I've heard of the big, huge charity match. I think it's great. It's an amazing cause, which I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of forget, but all goods. No, some massive names. I heard there's gonna be 2 announcements that we're waiting on. I don't know if they're out yet. 2 special guests that are coming. I think you announced one, Chrisos. I'm not sure if you announced the other one.
It's okay. I'll let you guys know. It's fine. In 30 seconds.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
You'll be tuning into the charity match this year, Yanni.
Yes.
Or next year.
I will be tuning into the charity match next year. Yes.
Very good. And Chrisos, will come to you. Obviously, we spoke to you last week about the charity match. What's been going on? Give us some more fresh updates because I'm very excited about this. I'm sure everyone else is. Tell us what else we have learnt over the last week.
We have secured another special guest. I'm not going to say who it is yet, but another special guest is in the works, which will be a record of 5 special guests so far, which is the most we've ever had for a charity match. This year we had 4. We did announce one of them is returning. So Anthony Lukasha is returning for charity match 2026, which means if the Kef boys want to do another video with him, I'm sure he'd be down to do it again. But he is returning for charity match 2026. And Jamie Zhu has been announced. I think I've already said this, but yeah, he's been announced as well. Nicky Carl, former Socceroo, Johnny Warren medalist. Just remember that he's won the Johnny Warren Best Player of the A-League.
Unbelievable.
Will be also coming into the match as well. So, and potentially Craig Foster. I have spoken to him, but we'll see if Craig Foster is available to play. So he's down. He should. Well, he still in the works, but yeah, potentially Craig Foster. 18th of Jan, 2026, Sunday, 4 p.m. Come get down if you're in Sydney. If you're in Melbourne, Adelaide, Greece, Cyprus, Uzbekistan, wherever you are, there is going to be a live stream on the day, which will be done by the same people that do the Football New South Wales games. So that we're going to have quality 4K camera work with a commentator to be announced as well. Got to confirm, just got to announce it. Just waiting for him to do something for me on my end. Anyway, a lot of sports providing the goods for the jerseys. They'll have a pop-up store on the day. So if you want to get yourself a Team Chrisos, Team Yanni jersey, you can get them on the day. Hopefully just Team Chrisos jerseys, by the way. Our goalkeeper jerseys are fire as well. So
that's going to be awesome. And yeah, it's just going to be a great day. Causes Paradise for Kids. They do crucial missionary work in Sierra Leone, home of some brilliant footballers and hopefully potential footballers with what we're doing. They they feed, clothe, educate, baptize. So for all Orthodox people out there, they actually baptize. I think they baptize kids from Sierra Leone every single day, and they become Orthodox.
Are you working with, by any chance? Are you working with someone called Father Themi?
That is who. Yep, Father Themi is the man that runs the whole charity.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Because
I
was actually being told about him the other day.
You what?
By the KFC vice captain, his family was talking to me about him the other day. And they were saying, he runs his charity in Sierra Leone. I'm like,
yeah, that's the one.
Chrisos probably works with him. So there you go, unbelievable. Great job to Father Themi. Doing some really great things.
Father Themi last year and confirming. I did tear up actually because it confirms that everything that we do, 100%. We're not like other charity matches or other charities where they split the profits or they keep some of the profits. Every single bit of money that we make and everything that is donated goes straight to the game for the raffle or to help for the day. We don't keep anything. Every single piece of money that is made goes straight to the charity as well. So
unbelievable.
Knowing that it is for a good cause, we're not saying that any remaining profits will be given to the charity. No, every single bit of profit that we make from the door, from the online, which you actually can donate to. So if you follow at Charity Match Official, there's a link there, GoFundMe page, Eventbrite to buy tickets. Everything is all there. We could have potentially the man on your, I don't know where he is on your screen, but with the big earphones on his head playing as well.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. I've done a bit too much talking, but yeah, it's just my baby. It's my favorite project every year.
No, good stuff.
No, as you should, man. As you should. It's a great project.
Thank you. Get on board. I'm not done yet in terms of trying to get more special guests. I'm still working on trying to get more special guests. I will probably work on it more next week because it's been really busy this week at work. So over the weekend maybe or next week working on more. But as we speak, we have 2 more special guests that we are going to announce over the next few days, few weeks. They know they're playing, so it's just them just to announce it. Stay tuned. Photo shoot coming as well with the kits on to promote the kits that you all can get your hands on as well. And to anyone watching from TEF, if you would like Pelota Sports to make the kits for you, they are more than happy to. So just shoot them a message. That's why I'm
might have to get the CEO Chris Panutos on for that one.
Yep, Liam, you can pass that on to him. And just a quick shout out to my friend. I don't think he made his debut in the last episode. So Nektarios Triantis made his debut against Belarus for the Greek national team. Hence why I'm wearing the jersey. Doing all the Greek Australians proud, all the Greek diaspora proud. Making his debut against Belarus, wearing number 18, which was actually the number that his brother Peter Triantis wore at Sydney FC. So big number, big milestone for any Greek Australians out there, just to know that you guys can make it for the Greek national team. That the competition is high, but the competition is also good, is also healthy for you to make the Greek national team. So shout out to my friend Nectar, making the Greek national team, making I think a better decision for his career. And I'm disappointing that we didn't make the World Cup, but at the end of the day, we have the Euros to play for, and hopefully Nektarios will be packing his bags to the Euros. That's been me. I've got nothing else to say. Thank you all for letting me do some promo. And yeah.
Well said, Chris. Well said. Looking forward to the charity match. Can't wait. We'll have you back again next week, the week after, for more updates on that. But yeah, can't wait. And Frulos Global Olympiacos Australia, everyone involved, is proud to be our sponsor and the main sponsor of this great match that's going to be occurring. So thank you, Chrisos. Just quickly, you touched on the ethnic here. I actually did want to mention that we did the episode last time. It was the day or the 2 days before the Belarus game. 0-0 draw to Belarus. We ended the group third. Scotland with 13 points. Denmark with 11. Us missing out on World Cup qualification and play-off zone on 7. And Belarus ending up with 2 points. Some crazy scenes in the Scotland-Denmark game, if anyone saw that in the last game. The McTominay bicycles, some absolute stunning goals, just absolute chaos, red cards, goal after goal. It was ridiculous. But yeah, not to be for us this time. We'll be back to the Euros, as you mentioned, Chrisos, hopefully. We need to learn from this. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Ethnic Europe. Yanni, anything to add before we close it up for the day?
No. I mean, we covered everything on all bases. Like, and yeah, just to say no, it's good. It's good promo for the charity match. Like, don't be. We should do more. Like, we should do more leading up to it. We could even do like we should even like do an episode just on the charity match, like the week before it. We should do something about it. So yeah, it's a great project, and congrats for doing it again. But no, nothing else to add up. That's yes, after that.
Well done, well said. Well, thank you, everyone. Yiannis actually, we're gonna get him back. CJ has told me, the boss, as I mentioned, has told me to get Yiannis. To inform the viewers, Yiannis will be doing a EuroLeague episode sometime in the next few days, potentially by himself, where he's going to fully unpack everything, what we're seeing. So stay tuned for that one. That's going to be over the next couple of days. Yiannis, CJ and William returning to the podcast. He hasn't been on for quite a while. He's been busy. They're going to be returning tomorrow for the post-game review on Olympiacos Real Madrid. So that's going to come in coming tomorrow. I'm not sure the time yet, but stay tuned on the socials of that. That's pretty much all the updates. Thank you, CJ, for sending all that through. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the game tomorrow, 7 a.m. Australian time, 10 p.m. Greek time, very late kickoff. That's the Greeks for you. 10 p.m. Greek kickoff time, 7 a.m. Australia kickoff time. Let's get the job done. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Chrisos and Yiannis, for another episode. And we'll see you all soon.
Take care.